If you're new here and you don't know, I don't typically talk about my income because I never, ever, 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 ever want another mompreneur to compare where I am to where she is. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren Kidd. I am a business strategist for the busy mompreneur. I teach moms how to start, run, and scale their online businesses so they can be present in their kids' lives. If you are new here, I'm excited to have you here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and click that bell so that you can get notified when new content drops. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Go ahead and drop a hey below in the comments so I can say hey, and I'm excited to have you back. Today, we're going to talk about something that I've actually been asked a lot recently. You guys know that I don't typically talk about my income, or if you're new here and you don't know, I don't typically talk about my income because I never, ever, 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 ever want another mompreneur to compare where I am to where she is, because I have been an entrepreneur since I was 18. I have run now 4 very successful businesses, and this is not a new thing to me, right? So I have done start to finish businesses multiple times. I've had businesses that flopped. I was an Avon sales rep at one point. I don't wear makeup. I have a little bit of blush on today because I have a sunburn. So I was trying to blend it in a little bit. You can't see it too terribly bad, but from our staycation, I had a little bit of sunburn. So I tried to even it out with a little bit of blush. But otherwise, I'm not a makeup person. It makes my face itchy and then I'm constantly touching my face and I just, I can't. So I was trying to sell something that I didn't believe in, understand, know, like, wear. It's terrible. It's terrible. I've done a couple of other things because friends asked me to do it. I sold some essential oils at some point for a company that I didn't enjoy. So that flopped. You have to love what you do, okay? So I have been a personal trainer all of my life. I've been a certified nutritionist, and I absolutely love health and fitness, but I'm not super confident as my mompreneur bod has hung around for now 6 years and it's driving me nuts. But sorry, I keep getting dings. But my current business, I am a business coach and I thrive at it and I love it and it's what I do and it is my full-time income. And I have put a lot of work and time and energy into building this business. So my income is significantly different than what it was 6 years ago when I started with a 6-month-old and I was having to choose between buying groceries or putting gas in the car. And oftentimes we would take our bike to the grocery store so that we could buy groceries because I couldn't afford the gas in the car. And that was back when gas was actually reasonably priced. Let's be real, okay? I know it's affecting everybody. That was back when gas was reasonable 6 years ago. It is not so much now. But the struggle was real back then because I decided I was going to quit my job that I had built from the ground up and leave all the money on the table. I just walked away from it and I started from scratch. My business is entirely different financially than it was 6 years ago. My business last year thrived, full on thriving. But I'm going to take it back, let's say 4 years. And we're going to talk about how I went from $2,000 to $5,000 inconsistent months to $20,000 months. Okay. A lot more now, but again, not gonna get specifics. Okay. I don't want to get nitty gritty because like I said, I don't like it when you guys compare where I am to where you are because you might just be starting out. Maybe $500 is like, to you, right? That's amazing. Okay. That's really amazing. But this is a question that I keep getting over and over and over and over again. How I went from, let's say, $2,000 to $5,000 to $20,000. And honestly, I am going to say this and it's going to sound super privileged and super annoying, but making $20,000 was a whole hell of a lot easier than it was to make $2,000 to $5,000 because I was putting in so much work and it was exhausting. So here's the things that I did to transition. Now, $2,000 to $5,000, it's nothing to sniff at. It's nothing to be like, that's not a lot. It's still a lot. It can be life transforming for some people. Okay. And I get that. And I absolutely love that. I have clients whose only goal is to make $5,000 months and that's it. They don't want to work any harder. They don't want to build a team. They don't want to scale beyond that. That's what they want. And that's phenomenal. Whatever your financial goals are, those are your financial goals. If you don't want to have a big business, that's fine too. If you just want to have a little hobby business, perfectly fine. So please don't compare somebody's $20,000 months to your $500 months and think that something's wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you, okay? But for the sake of multiple people have asked me how I made the transition. I'm going to cover 3 things that I did to make the transition from 2,000 to 5,000 inconsistent dollar months to, I'm going to go with 20,000, much more now, but $20,000 months, and why it's actually easier to make more money than it is to make less money. I know that sounds super privileged and annoying, but here's the thing. Number 1, I stopped saying yes to everything. I did collaboration after collaboration after collaboration after collaboration because I was told that's what I had to do. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. It's exhausting. You're promoting other people. You're not promoting yourself. That's what so many people don't tell you. I'm going to give you 10% of commission. Chances are that your audience has absolutely no interest in what it is that they're doing. They're interested in what you are doing. So you're going to spend a large portion of your time supporting other businesses, which is phenomenal. Please don't get me wrong. I loved collaborations, but they weren't helping me grow my own income at all. I stopped guest blogging for people. I stopped saying yes to every work with me and I'll give you blah, blah, blah in return. I stopped saying yes to so many things because I had a coach who said, go to other YouTube channels, go to other Instagram pages, collab with other larger Facebook groups. When I stopped saying yes to all of those things, it actually freed up so much of my time to actually dive into my own clientele. It gave me more time for sales calls. It gave me more time for DMs. It gave me more time with my kid. It gave me more time to actually grow my own business because I wasn't collaborating as much. I was helping their businesses. Now I was being seen by their audiences. And yes, I did get some views from doing these collaborations, but it wasn't anything significant. It wasn't the end all be all. It was going to grow my business. I needed to free up time in my business so that I could make more money and focus on my clients. I needed to focus on finding more clients and learning how to attract them in a way that was more organic to me versus being like, hey, so-and-so is going to do this and I'm going to be a part of it and go buy their stuff, right? So I was getting a 10% kickback. It wasn't 100%. It wasn't my sales. It wasn't, I was keeping it all. If their item was $27, it was not a big kickback. Did it add up? Yeah. Did they have to do all the work? Yeah, but that wasn't growing my business. And ultimately, a lot of these collaborations, they want you to give them your stuff for free. So again, you're not making any money off of it. So one of the biggest things that I did in order to go from the 2 to 5 month inconsistent incomes to the $20,000 incomes was to stop saying yes to everything and actually focus on my own business, being my own person, standing on my own, being very consistent with what I was doing. Number 2, I upped my offer placement. What does this mean? Instead of posting once a week or once every other week about, hey, I have this to offer, maybe you want it. I was like, no, caution to the wind. Here, have it all. Here's this. Here's an opportunity. This is what I've got. This is what's going to do. This is At any given time throughout a week, I have 9 different times that I offer something. During 1 week, 9 times you will see an offer from me. Now, I post a lot more than that. Okay. I give twice as much value as that, but I post no less than 9 times about my offers, whether it's on my Facebook page, my social media page, other social media pages, my email list, my YouTube channel, anything. I post my offer 9 different times. Now, what does that look like? That looks a little different for each and everybody, but I do have in my business builders bundle right there. In the business builders bundle, I do have an outline on how to actually put your offers out there so that it doesn't sound sleazy, so that you don't sound super like, oh my God, buy my stuff, right? You don't want to sound like that. You just want to put it out there in a way that's like, hey, ta-da, right? I'm also going to give you $400 off because it's summer. You need to be spending more time with your family, but you still need to make that incredible income. So with the promo code SUMMER, SUMMER, I'm going to give you $400 off so that you can right now, because it's spring, set yourself up for success for summer so that you can up your offers as well, or create your offers. Some of you may be going, I don't even have offers yet. That's okay. Okay. That's 100% okay. It does not matter if you're watching this video and you're like, I make like $30 a month, help. That's perfectly fine. This is exactly why we're doing this. Again, please don't compare your income to anybody else's income, because you are exactly where you should be right now. Okay. 100% where you should be right now. Hear it again. You are making what you should be making right now. You are hustling in the sense you're showing up, you're listening. So that tells me that you are ready to learn and grow. So what I did was I stopped collaborating and I upped my offers. So I talked about things more. Now, did I talk about paid things all the time? No. Sometimes it was essentially just upping my lead magnet offers. You don't know what those are? Again, grab a seat in the Business Builders bundle. Use that promo code. I'm giving you $400 off. I want you to succeed. Okay. I'm going to give you everything that you need. Go ahead and check that out. But I upped my offer placement so that more people were seeing what I had more often. Because if you're sitting back going, I made an offer, it's right here, and you only made it once, and you're like, no one's buying it. No, because you probably made it on social media and you made it at 7 o'clock in the morning, which is actually a pretty decent time to post something, but you did it in the sense that it's there once and by noon it's buried under everybody else's stuff and all the funny TikToks that people are reposting to Facebook and all the reels from Instagram that they're getting distracted with. You got to be posting more than once in order to attract people into your market. Now, did I run advertisements? No, I love free advertisements. I have an entire video on that. 8 weeks ago, I posted on how to advertise your business for free, 100% for free. Go ahead and check that video out. Go back 8 weeks, or we'll try to link that below. But up your offer placement. You got to put it out there more often. And number 3, one of the biggest things that I did, and this was the hardest thing for me because I don't like spending money. I don't care how much money that I make. I make a lot of money. My husband and I make a phenomenal income. Okay. I don't like spending money. I am cheap beyond belief. When we started building our house, I was like, we are not going over this budget, like end of story. I don't want to pay anymore. I want to show up and I want to, just be able to pay cash for it and be done. That was not in our cards. We are probably $140 over budget at this point. So not that we can't afford it. We can afford it. That's not the point. I'm not trying to be like, but it was more than I wanted to spend. I went in it when the mind frame, but I know that A, it's long-term, B, we're getting what we want, and C, it's going to be perfect when it's done. It's going to be amazing when it's done and we're going to love it. So there. Okay. I hate spending money, but what I did, my third biggest tip was that I stopped doing $10, $20 an hour jobs. So I stopped scheduling my own stuff. Because while it probably only took me about a half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour to schedule my posts in my Facebook group, that was 40 minutes that I could get to talk to other people. That was 40 minutes that I could put 2 sales calls into. That was 40 minutes that I could spend creating more offers or creating more trainings. And I didn't have to focus on scheduling my stuff. What I did is I started paying people to do that things. So I started on Fiverr because who doesn't like a $5 gig? So when I had a video that I would record and I'd want to turn it into a blog, what I'd do is I'd go on Fiverr and I'd say, hey, I've got this video. Can you transcribe it for me? It would literally take them like 3.5 minutes. I'd pay them $5 and it was done. All I had to do was then hand it off to my assistant and say, hey, can you schedule this on my blog? Yeah, absolutely. Again, freeing up time for me to actually do income-based, income-focused activities in my business rather than the back of house stuff all the time. If you're looking for a phenomenal assistant, a phenomenal VA, Jessie Halverson is amazing. I mean, she literally, all you have to do is be like, hey, I need this done. She's like, I got you. And she does it. You don't have to get on a lengthy sales call with her. You don't have to explain things over and over and over again. Ugh, nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. Go reach out to her. She is phenomenal. She's going to save you so much time and energy. She's got packages that suit every specific need. It's amazing. She's going to simplify your life. And that was one of the biggest steps that I had to take to jump from that $2,000 to $5,000 inconsistent. I did not always make $5,000. It was awful. To that $20,000 mark. I stopped doing the tasks that weren't worth my time. Now, Am I saying do this right out the gate? No, because you're trying to grow your income. Okay. You're trying to grow your income. But it should be something that you focus on doing as soon as humanly possible. The minute you make $20 an hour, hire somebody at $10 an hour. Okay. I know that sounds really counterproductive, but I promise you're going to grow so much quicker with help when you don't have to do those erroneous tasks that are taking up your time where you could be focused on making more money. You're going to make more money. I looked at my taxes one time when I was doing my breakdown before we hired our tax accountant. I kept everything in a spreadsheet. Now, I didn't use QuickBooks. I know. I feel accountants out there cringing. I used to keep everything in a spreadsheet, and I used to, I'm really good with spreadsheets. Okay. I used to document everything, and then it would total up what I made in a month, what I made in the year, and I would see my expenses and my earnings. Every time I spent more in a month, I made more that month. So the year I decided to hire a YouTube specialist, Franny is my YouTube specialist. You can go click her. She is phenomenal. She's the one who does all the magic for my YouTube channel. I love her. She is a lifesaver. The minute I stopped scheduling my own YouTube channels was the minute that more people started showing interest, because I had time to just be like, here's my YouTube channel, and it's beautiful and it's fun and it's entertaining. Franny is phenomenal. Okay. You looking for somebody to do video editing for YouTube? Check her out. You looking for a VA? Go check out Jessie. She's phenomenal. The minute I stopped doing that, I saw a huge increase in my income. Huge increase in my income. So every time I spent more money, every time I hired somebody else to help me, every time I had that support, I was able to make more money because I was able to focus on actually bringing value, talking to people, bringing them into my network. It made a massive impact. Seriously, it was so much easier. And again, I know this sounds really annoying and privileged. It was actually easier to make $20,000 and then a lot more dollars a month than it was to make $2,000 to $5,000 a month, because not only was I trying to do the income-based activities, but I was also doing the back of house stuff, the scheduling, the this, the that, right? I was also doing all the collaborations. I was also helping promote everybody else's offer other than mine. I also wasn't posting enough about what I had to offer so that people could buy it. Okay. Again, I realize that this sounds super ridiculously privileged, and please, I do not want you to take it like that. But because I was asked specifically for this content, I wanted to put it out there for you. Okay. How I went from the inconsistent to the super consistent income is that I had to spend some money. I didn't spend a lot. I used to spend $5 for certain gigs, and now I spend probably $5,000 a month on help. Help to run my business, and it's money well spent because my income continues to just grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, and I want that for you. So whether you're paying $2 per gig, maybe you've got your teenagers helping you out, that's a tax write-off. I know. do it and then they're saving money for college, and then you can reinvest it, and they're going to retire with more money than you have. Who doesn't want that for their kids? I know I do. Anyway, I stopped saying yes to everything. I stopped supporting the every second having to be on somebody else's something, because it didn't actually benefit my business on the grand scheme of things. Even though you're told, go out there and do every podcast and do every YouTube interview and do every, this and that. You don't have to. Okay. I stopped saying yes to everything. Number 2, I upped my offer placement. Again, if you don't know what this is about, or you're confused, or maybe you don't have an offer, or maybe you're just like, I don't even know how to put content out there that's going to tell people that I've got stuff that they actually need, I've got you. Go grab a seat in the Business Builders Bundle. Use the promo code SUMMER, SUMMER, when you sign up. You're going to save $400 off, because this summer, I'm also going to give you access inside the Business Builders Bundle to Content as Cash Academy. My #1 program sells out every time I open it up, which I haven't done in a really long time because I'm giving it to you in the Business Builders Bundle. I'm going to teach you specifically how to talk to your ideal clients so that they're like, yes, I need to buy this right now, right? And the third thing I did is I stopped doing the $10, $20, $30 an hour tasks, because they weren't benefiting my business in the long run. Again, something to build up to, something to make sure that is on your list. The minute you can hire somebody, one of the coaches that I had was like, hey, if you make $20, hire somebody who's $10. If you make $30, hire somebody who's $15. Half it until you're really scaled up. Obviously, you're going to have a cap on how much you pay somebody per hour, per whatever, per your business. But The minute you can pay somebody to help you is the minute you're going to see that growth in your business, because they are going to alleviate those unnecessary for you tasks that you can focus on those money-making activities, which I cover in the Business Builders Bundle. So that's it. Again, please do not compare where you are to where somebody else who has been in business for a really long time is, okay? Don't fall for all that, oh my God, I had $100,000 launch on this and I'm going to solve your problems. Because honey, if you're just starting out, you're not going to make $100,000. You're just not. You're not. That's the real harsh truth. And that's coming from a mompreneur. I am not solopreneur. I am a mompreneur. I am a mom first and foremost, but I run a wildly successful business because I have a solid foundation in my business. I have a phenomenal team that helps and supports me. And go find Jesse, go find Frenny. You won't regret it when you're ready for them. But have a team that supports you so that you can be successful, because I know you can, okay? Hire people, hire. It's going to be phenomenal. That's a tax write-off. I'm not an accountant. I have an accounting degree, but I'm not an accountant, but I can write off payments. So take a peek at that. That's what I did. I hope that answers your question. Again, no comparing where somebody else is to where you are. I will see you right back here next Monday at 9. Don't forget, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when new content drops. I'll see you next week. Bye.